Hello, everyone. Welcome, freshmen of 2025, FYP leaders, freshman leaders, and all of the committee. Good morning, guys. Welcome to today's session, which is lecture information briefing. My name is Nicole. I'm from GDNM, and I'm here with my MC partner.
What's up, guys? My name is Jason Christian. I'm from Computer Science. We're here as your MCs for the day. So how are you guys? Have you guys had your breakfast yet? Or some of you just woken up? We know today's session just a little bit early, but we'd like to hear from you guys. Give a button reaction, guys, if you're excited to be here.
Let's go. Let's see it.
Let's see it, guys.
Okay. Come on. Give some more reaction. I'm only seeing half of the. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
No. There you go.
Now we're seeing. Okay. All right. Before we start the thing, I believe we should start this morning with a prayer. So I'll be leading the prayer in my own belief. So let us pray. Dear God, we thank you for giving us this beautiful day and for gathering us all together here. We pray that the session will go well, and in your name we pray. Amen.
Okay, thank you, Nicole. Before we start the lecture briefing, we have some ground rules that we have to set up. So first of all, this is for all of the FL coordinators. Please don't forget to take your freshman attendance. Don't forget to remind your FLs. And for the rest of you guys, the freshmen, please turn off your mic, turn on your camera, and put your favorite BINUSIAN background. Rename yourself to this format. Name _ student ID _ class code. And don't forget to put your questions in the chat box down below. There will be a Q&A session, so we can take them and we can ask them later to the speakers. So before we start with the whole speakers, we need to do a test, guys. We need to test that you guys are actually humans and not robots. So Nicole, what do we have for today?
All right, we are playing human or robot. Now, my major have done this before, so you guys know what to do. But for those of you who haven't played this game, this is how it works. I'm going to show you a picture like this, right? I'm going to show you guys a picture of an animal, but along those picture of an animal, I'll show you guys like a picture of something like an object that looks like the animal. Now, your job is to count how many of these are actually animals, and don't count the objects because they're not animals. Now, I'll give you guys time to write down your answers. I'll only give you 3 seconds, so you got to count fast, right? Okay, 3, 2, 1, you count, and then I'll give you the answer. Sounds easy enough? All right, everyone ready?
Easy, guys.
Yeah. Okay. That was example round. That's example round. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, count. 3, 2, 1. Bam. Right, how many puppies was that?
Ooh, that was fast.
Okay, 6, 5, 7, 5. Mixed answers.
Very mixed.
More than one. Not wrong. At least 2. Okay, 6, 5, 9. Okay. Let's see who got it right. Ready? The correct answer was 8. Jadi lapar. I hope you guys had your breakfast today. It's gonna be a long day. All right, okay. Jason, you want to take up the next round?
Thank you, Nicole. And congratulations, guys, those who get it right. Okay, get ready for the next one. Okay, next one in 3, 2, 1. Okay, Nicole, next.
3.
Okay, 2, 1. Okay, guys, is that a sloth or is that a cinnamon roll? Let's go, guys. It'll get harder each time.
Whoa.
Varying answers.
Focus on the counting, guys.
Is this actually a robot or human? Ooh.
8, 9, more than 1. 11.
Okay.
I don't even know there were 11 pictures in there. Okay, let's see it. Let's see who got it right.
Drum roll.
Please. And there are 8 sloths in total. That's 8. Right. Congratulations for those of you who got it right.
Good job,
you made
guys.
it after all.
Back to you, Nicole.
Okay, thanks, Jason. Okay, next round, you guys keep your eyes peeled to the screen and don't get too hungry because you guys need to count. Okay. All right, ready to count? In 3, 2, 1. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Bam. Was that a corgi butt or was that a bread?
Ooh,
Let's go.
indistinguishable.
Okay. This time the answer was more constant. I see a lot of 7s, a lot of 8. They are the same image. Okay. A lot of you are saying 7. All right, let's see if you're right. Ready? Drum roll, please. And there are 9 corgis in total. None of y'all got it right.
None of you.
Everyone's saying cap. No way. I counted.
Mhm.
Jason, you want to do the next round?
Okay, so for the next round and the last one, 3, 2, 1. Let's see it, Nicole. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, guys, was that a chihuahua or a muffin? There was a lot there, right, Nicole?
Yeah. Okay. I saw some right answers. You guys may be human after all.
Ooh,
Okay.
there's a lot of 12s and 11s.
Wait, did you copy and paste the same images?
Oh my God, someone took a picture of it.
Okay. All right. Ready to see how many chihuahuas there are after all?
Okay.
All right. Drum roll, please.
Drum roll.
There were 12 chihuahuas in
Ooh,
total.
there's a lot
All
of
right,
people.
everyone. Congratulations. You're a human. You can count. You can differentiate what's a corgi's butt and a bread. What's the muffin? What's the chihuahua? That's good for you.
Good job, guys.
Good job, guys. All right, carry on with the session.
Okay, thank you for the very fun game, Nicole. I was so sure I was a robot there, but apparently I was not. We all passed. Yay. Okay, so let's get onto the speakers. So for this first speaker, we have briefing from lecturer and academic development specialists. Please welcome Ms. Tatum Sharifah Adiningrum, SIP, MED, PhD. For Ms. Tatum, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Good morning. I hope you've waken up with all those counting corgis and bagels. Now, first of all, can you open your video, please? Open camera, everybody. Let me see your face. No one have breakfast? Okay, I want to start looking at some faces. Open up your camera. And I'll ask. Class at 9, how have breakfast? Easy. Open your mouth, stick the foot in, and then you have breakfast. Okay, come on, guys. Camera on. Don't let me be alone here. So we will have some question and answer session. And I will especially target the ones who don't open their camera. That's a motivation. Okay, while waiting, let me introduce myself again. My name is Tato. I'm the faculty and academic development specialist in BINUS International, but I'm also a lecturer in international business. So some of you have already met me before. Okay, so what's going to happen this morning is that first of all, we will have 3 speakers. In my session specifically, we're going to talk about differences between being in a university and in high school. And after that, we will go through the briefing of how the learning in university will be delivered through different channels in this pandemic situation. And then after that, we will go to looking at the resources available for you in our library, or what we call the resource knowledge center. Okay, have everybody open their camera? Let's check. Okay, some fresh faces. I hope none of you is playing game until 4 in the morning today and come to class without even washing your face. Oh, not opening their camera. Okay, let's see. Ahmad R. IB, open your camera, please. Ahmad, IB.
Sorry, miss. Just woke up. Okay.
Ahmad, focus. What about others? Open your camera. Okay, let's move on. So the first session, we will have okay, so getting to know learning in university. What is learning in university? Let's see. Okay, now let's start with this activity. In 3 minutes, find a picture or image that explains the difference of being a high school and university student. Put that image as your Zoom virtual background. Okay? Now, I will give you 3 minutes. Let's start now. 3 minutes. Change your virtual background. Find a picture anywhere in the web, save it, and use it as your virtual background. 2 more minutes. Be ready to share what's that picture mean for you. Well, guys, get that gray cell working in the morning. One and a half minutes.
Hi, Miss. Some of the freshmen want me to let you know that some of them don't have the background feature. Gak apa-apa ya?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
50 more seconds. Ini Ahmad Aibi kok malah HP-HP-an ya? Ahmad, why are you playing with your handphone?
Aduh, sorry miss. Ini gacanya lagi asik banget miss. Mau dapat SSR lagi nih. Bentar ya miss. Bentar sambil miss.
Ah,
What was the project again? What was the instruction?
change your virtual background with an image that represents the you missed it. Okay, thank you. Now, let's see. And anyone want to share what's the meaning of their virtual background? Anyone? Yes, Rindu, GDMM, please.
Yeah, I just think that at least in university, like they have like bigger lectures rather than in high school or school, they have like smaller classes where
Okay,
it's not more intimate, I think. That would be the difference.
bigger classes, less intimate. Okay, let's see if that's true. Thank you, Rindu. Who else would like to share? Karam, IB.
So this picture is like a man walking upstairs, but it's like a businessman. So this is sort of like university. You're stepping into a new life, towards, working life and independence.
Okay, a step towards working life and independence. Interesting. Daryl? Yes? Thank you.
Yeah. Well, okay. First off, I would just like to elaborate because you asked specifically to tell me the difference between high school and college or university. But overall, the logic is that as you progress, you start from elementary school, and then it's a lot more flexible in the beginning of your life. But as you grow older and you go to middle school, the classes becomes more difficult. The teacher becomes stricter, and as you go through high school, everything becomes more complex and elaborate. Then once you reach college and university, there's basically no tolerance. So, for example, when you were in kindergarten or elementary school, you received tolerance for the bad things you did. So, for example, you miss homework and everything, and then you get a second chance. But as you grow older in middle school and high school, probably that diminishes. And once you reach college and university, everything you have to be on your own at this point. No one's gonna assist you anymore, and essentially you have to grow up. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Daryl. So you're saying that it's natural that the more advanced you go in your education, the more flexible it should be.
So, for example, what I'm saying is that when you are a young kid in elementary school or kindergarten, you get a lot of tolerance for the bad things you do. But as you grow up, you become more aware of the world around you, and then you have to realize what you're doing is wrong. So you get less tolerance. So again, if I were to take this in the middle school, high school, and college context, the lower the school is. So, for example, middle school is less strict than high school, and high school is less strict than college. So college, essentially, you're not even in your teenage years anymore. You're already an adult legally, physically, and then essentially you have to adapt to the world that way. You can't fool around anymore. And if you do something bad in university and college, you're not gonna get the same level of tolerance or forgiveness in the previous thing. You have to start over again. I mean, that's what you do. But this is what college is. You don't mess around. You don't fool yourself.
Okay, thank you, Daryl. I like your thinking. Taking more responsibility of your own action. Good, very good. Arashia,
Hi, Miss
how
Tato.
do I say your name, please? Sorry.
Aracela. Yeah, Aracela. So for this one, I actually chose as one of the assignments that I have done way back when I was in high school, where I was making a fashion mood board with some of my friends, and then I know I did this like a way back, but I was hoping that in college we get to do these like fun, mood board stuff and then representing our creativity. Thank you, Miss.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. So in university, you might find it more relevant to your personal interest.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I would say relevant. Yeah, that's a very positive vibe we have. Last one, Ian.
Hi, am I audible? Yes, it's Vian. Hi, good morning. My name is Vian Martinez. I'm from the BIS Gen. And basically, I'm sure the other people have already said it before me, but mostly the difference between being in high school and college is, you see here, responsibility. As we see and as we notice, when you're in high school, as mentioned by Daryl, people are more tolerant about your behavior, about what you do, because in the stage of like when you're in high school, it's you developing as a person socially and mentally and emotionally, right? So when you get into college, you realize that you need to become an adult, you need to be more mature, you need to be more responsible, because your parents are not going to coddle you forever, and the teachers are not necessarily going to give you stickers, star stickers, or smiley face stickers just because you did something that you should be doing in the first place. So that's my take on it.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So you're on the phase of becoming an adult. You're already an adult. I believe everybody got an ID card, citizenship card. So that means that you are responsible for your own action. Thank you. I really like that. Now, I think we've got some very good stuff here. So maybe less intimacy compared to what happened in schools. And then a step towards working life and independence. Yes, you need to be more serious about what do you want to do in life once you go to the university. Once you choose a major, you already have a profession in mind, right? But I can also say it's an adventure that you can explore, and then you can, along the way, you can make more decisions for your life after graduation. Okay, flexibility, more flexible schedule, more flexible approach to learning, which is part of progressing in adulthood anyway. But along with that, along with all that privilege, you need to take more responsibility of your own action. And one more, relevance. Now that you have already chosen your own major, you need to be responsible. You find it relevant to you, but you also need to be responsible of your choice. But there are some cases in which you said that I'm not choosing my own major. My parents choose it for me. Right? And that is a very relevant question, a very relevant concern. Maybe you have another interest. Yeah? I want to go to graphic design, right? My parents want me to study business. What university can offer you is that in every major, you will be learning about expanding your mind, expanding your perspective. Well, skills, you can do it on top of expansion of your horizon. Okay, and you still have choices. If you are stuck, if you have a change of heart, you always can have suggestions. You can talk to your lecturers. You can have a perspective of other adults that have been in your journey. That is the beauty of university. You have a lot of coaches. You have a lot of people that will support you working towards the decision of your future. Okay, let's go next to, okay. Now, that's the differences between life in university and high school. How is learning in university different in terms of freedom? Let's ask Ahmad. Are you finished with your gacha playing? Are you
Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
are you utilizing your freedom to the maximum?
Oh, sorry, miss. It's very hard for me to concentrate if I'm home, miss. I just want to lay down and do all of those stuff, miss.
Why? I think I saw your name. Yeah, you've already enrolled for an on-site class, right? Or
Oh,
are you
really?
still at home?
Is that accepted, miss?
Yeah, you're eligible to go on-site. Like you have vaccine, your parents say okay. Why are you still at home?
Oh, dude, that's better. Can I go to the campus, miss?
Well, you should be here now.
All right, challenge accepted, miss. I'll be there. Just wait.
Guys, students like Ahmad makes lecturer like me die young.
Why are you talking behind my back, man?
Not behind your back, it's right on your face.
Okay lah, challenge accepted.
Okay. Okay, let's students like him drive me crazy. Okay, guys, now I would like to invite some of the FL, the personal leader, to share how is learning in university different in terms of the freedom, the pathways, the independence. Okay, person leaders who would like to share? Nicole, maybe you want to start?
Hello. Okay. I should go with freedom then. I think learning in university is different in terms of freedom because like the like class hours are a lot shorter. So you can choose like your time where like when you want to study or do projects, like you can allocate those times for you. Whereas in schools, they've given you time from like 9 to 5 to do these projects, to do these assignments. So yeah, that's how it's different. But the hard part about it is that you need to be good at time management. You know, you have the freedom to choose anytime you want, but now you have to like set your own time and like, you know, be proper about it.
Oh,
Yeah, that,
I have a company. Who's that?
Morning, Miss.
Who are you?
I'm Ahmad, Miss, from IB.
Oh my goodness me, Ahmad.
Wow, Miss, I'm impressed.
What?
My camera is always very bad at home, Miss. I thought you are actually a dude. Wow, you're a lady.
And you look normal. I thought you look like Upin when you were in camera.
You still ugly though. Just kidding. All right, so I think I have to rename it. You can just continue your session. I'll be renaming myself.
Okay. So we have
Sorry
Ahmad
about
in
that.
class.
A little bit of a. Wait, we're not actually showing. So let me just. I think your voice is a little bit muffled, so better for you to bring this lovely slate. So sorry about that earlier. So I'll be. Can you move it for us? No, it's a little bit to the left. Nah, see? That's better. Okay, sorry about that. Let me reintroduce myself. My name is Seiichi. Okay, I'll be I'll be the one who's explaining to you guys regarding one of those, how do I say it? Face-to-face or hybrid mode later on. It will be fun. I'm the operation manager for Senayan. Okay, so but that's for later. Sorry about that, Ms. Tatum. So yeah, we usually collaborate like that. That's for later.
No, you are Ahmad, my student.
Okay, just shut up. I'm just going to. Let me sorry, muffled. Your voice.
Okay.
Can you use?
I think it's
Let me just. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, Nicole. Yeah. That's a little bit of fun. We're here. Okay. Very good.
Oh my God.
Okay. Okay, Nico, you were saying that you have the freedom to manage your own time when you want to study and when you want to do your project. Continue.
Where was I? Yeah, yeah, so like the good part is you have the freedom to choose whatever time slot you want. Like you can do it in the morning, the afternoon, the night, you know, other than the times that you have your classes. But then like, I don't know, the first time I did it was like, oh, it's easy. I can do it last minute, you know, like whatever. But then it's like, oh my God, turns out this project is really big to do. I need this amount of time. So yeah, estimating the amount of time you need to get work done is probably the hardest for me to estimate. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That is what I said about fake freedom. It feels like you have a lot of freedom, but apparently, if you don't manage your time well, you will like, oh, I want to do everything at the last minute, and it's really hard. Thank you, Nico. One
Thank-
more, Rafael from JWC campus. Anyone from BMM, IB, or finance? Wants to share, FL? Angie, you want to share?
Yes, Bu.
Yeah. So what do you think? What's the difference between learning in university and in high school in your experience?
Okay, even though I'm not an FL but FIPL, I will be very happy to help you, Bu.
Sorry.
It's okay, Bu, just kidding, Bu. I think from my perspective, I actually enjoy university more compared to high school because the schedule isn't as packed as school, right? At school, sometimes you start at 7 and then you can go home at 3 or 4. But in university, you only have like several classes in a day. So if you maybe you have like from 10 to 12, and then there's like breaks or even don't have class remaining in the afternoon, or you can have class in the afternoon only or only in the morning. So I think that's one of the difference that I actually like in university. And then there's so many organizations in university, guys.
Okay.
So like you have the chance to, explore more things in yourself. So gotta check those organizations.
Yeah. Thank you. So time management that has been emphasized several times now. Don't be don't use too much of your time doing something not related to study. I know it sounds very boring, but it's just to make your life easier, so you're not going to be very tight at the last minute. Okay, now maybe also think about, oh wow, learning in university, we have so many different jargons, yeah, so many different terminologies that you need to know. What is GPA? What is SCU? What is the difference between double degree, 2 degree, and joint degree? 4+0, 3+1, 2+2, right? Study abroad, student exchange, internship, entrepreneurship. So many different things that you need to manage as an information for the first time. Okay, now I'm going to ask some of the new students who can say what is GPA and SCU. Anyone? What is GPA and SCU? So let's find. Let me bigger screen.
No, good idea. Let me just help with that.
Okay.
Raise your hand.
Yeah, sure.
Let me really
Please. What's the try?
Alia raised her hand. She wanted to answer. I don't know where she went. Could you raise your hand again so I continue? There you go. Add spotlight. All right, go ahead, Alia.
GPA is grade point average and SCU is credit points.
Jojo from BM. Can Jojo from BMM try to answer?
Wait, no, Alia just answered, Miss. She's in the spotlight. Yeah.
Sorry, if I manage to screen, I can't see the chat. What's the answer?
Sorry, what?
What's the answer?
Oh, GPA is grade point average and SCU is credit points.
System credit unit. Grade point average. Okay. So we have Rindu and Karen. But what does it mean? What does it mean, Rindu? That's the abbreviation, but what does it mean? How is it relevant to you? Rindu, can you answer that? Yes, Rindu?
Yeah, well, last time I used my school used GPA was that from every subject they added up was like bikin rata-rata, I think. And I think there's like a certain GPA that you need to reach to like go to the next semester and stuff.
Yeah. What's the minimum of and maximum of a GPA?
I'm not sure about that, sorry.
Okay, everybody. So you need to start to think about how your performance is going to be measured. At school, you have report card, and then you have maybe 80, 70, or maybe A, B, C, D, E, F, which is the same here. So GPA in university is between 1 to 4. Yeah. You got 4 if you got an A. You got 3 if you got a B. You got 2 if you got C if you got a scale C, it's 2. And then it's being average. So the minimum that you need to pass university is a 2. But if you would like to have a good opportunity for study abroad, for scholarship, for getting a job, usually it's a minimum of 3. Okay? And then what is SCU? Carol said is System Credit Unit. Yeah. So the bigger the SCU, the more time you have to spend your time on that particular subject. So this is just some examples of the things that you need to get familiar with in learning in university. There are some unstructured information that you need to find out yourself. We will not keep spoon feeding you or giving you information on your face. You need to have some degree of curiosity, independence, and being active in finding different opportunities. That's basically it. Okay, I don't want to scare you. University is exciting. Usually university is the place when you have fun as well. Have a bit of romance. That's very common, right? Most people find their jodoh while they're in university. But you do need a strategy to survive in university. There's a minimum requirement for passing. There's several things that you need to take into account. You need to fulfill your social hours. You need to, different things that will be recorded as your journey in university, and it will have some impact to the future that you will have afterwards. Okay, now first-year students have bigger risk of failing. That has been studied extensively in different countries. So here are some of the reasons today why students fail, especially in first year. Take a look at number 1. Unprepared for the level of rigor of college studies. Either it's the academic side of it or the structure. Okay. So it's a real challenge that you need to think about and prepare. Other reasons can also have a very big impact. For example, it's not your own interest. You only do it because of your parents, for example. Maybe financial situation. Some got illness. Some got family needs. Maybe they got pregnant. Maybe they have to care for sick parents and they cannot continue their study. But this one is also very important. lack of meaningful connection with other students on campus. This is a real challenge for you because up to now, we are still mainly operating on online. Right? We're still waiting for the government to open the campus and got everybody back. But try to have a strategy as well on developing meaningful connections with other students on campus. And lastly, falling behind academically and no support to catch up. Okay. It's very important for you if you think that you're falling behind to get help as soon as possible. Contact your lecturers, contact the counseling unit. If you have problems, get help. That is the biggest message for today. If you don't cope, tell someone. If you have difficulties, ask for help. Don't just being silent and, like surrender yourself to the fate, right? It's not on. We at BINUS have a lot of support for you. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you, and we will give it to Ahmad.
What the heck? Yeah, whatever. All right. Let me just get the remote. Thank you so much. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I know, not really Oscar worthy. Just give it to Leo. No, that jokes already didn't work. So yeah, they already got it. And other than that, I don't like. I'm sorry. It's been on BINUS TV, but I'm not really watching Atta Halilintar. I'm more of like Max Mofo or Ozzy Man type of a guy. Okay, sorry, those are my channel. Sorry about that. Okay, so okay, Bu Tatum, let me just, okay, I'm handling it. Hopefully you can see my slide. Usually me and Miss Tatum or Miss Iva, she usually called as a Miss Iva, we share our session on this part of our briefing because I must say that our material is almost similar, but mine is a little bit more technical, including the how-to for you to join the classroom and everything. And by the way, don't mind this one. It's like, I've been expecting you, Dr. Bond. No, just kidding. Right, so let me just start over. Hopefully you can hear my sounds better, yeah? All right, so usually this is Mr. Tatum material, but let me just handle this. The main differences, and also regarding the campus life, already been explained by Miss Tatum, including that, I don't know, Daffy Lovey Bird type of experience. I don't really recommend that, but then again, yeah, whatever. But this one, we have to move on. During the pandemic, you must be experiencing, not only here, but also from your high school, from your other classes, I don't know, Sunday school, anyone, or something else. It's already been happening here. So when you step in first time here, you'll be greeted what we call as synchronous and asynchronous. So what the heck are these? Okay, so these are quite simple, really. It's not really that scary. Bu Tatum, bandel ya. Not just kidding. I don't know. I didn't even touch it. Not just kidding. All right. So the main idea, Mr. Tatum already mentioned about that quote unquote fake freedom in a university. Well, I must say it's not really that type of a fake freedom that we want to explain it here. I don't want to go with much of technical details, but as you can imagine, previously we are a little bit more used to face-to-face. Now it's changed into what we call as synchronization. What does it mean, sir? So that means a FICON, a session where, okay, I know. I think there's a problem with my slide. Sorry about that. So let me just sit here. I think you can see it. All right. I think it's better. Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. Just a little bit of technical glitch. Thank you, Bu. Yeah. So for that synchronous one, that means we try to replace your face-to-face with a bit of a fake face-to-face through a FICON. So expect that kind of experience when you're actually joining us online. I have another news after this. Yeah, I have another news after this that we're going to announce, but that's the first concept. But the other one is what we call as asynchronous. This asynchronous one is the one that Ms. Tatum mentioned about that kind of a freedom. What does it mean, sir? So you'll later be given a task that you can complete within a week. That being said, you can just do it whenever you want. We don't really recommend you do a fatalist or system food semalam or whatever. I know you guys, nugas sir. And then just like the day before, late at night, around at 12 or 1 EM while you binge watch your Netflix, and then you try, or you catch up with that, and then you try to follow the whole thing. No, it's a bad thing. Yeah, that's why here we're trying to explain about what is needed on the synchronous and asynchronous versions. Okay, so as we know it, sir, kenapa sih ada ginian? Why is it? Why this kind of a things come? Is it because of the pandemic with COVID? Not only that, actually, guys. So it's more of introducing a new way of learning, a new channel for you guys to actually be able to study even better. Yeah, just for example, in here we have, oh, okay, so this is the IB student anyway, sorry, the BI students anyway, which is a good news. But let's say, sir, I'm thinking that I don't know about you guys. I don't know. I haven't asked you about this. I think Mr. Tum should be asking, but it's all right. For instance, a lot of my students, they have experienced the face-to-face before. When they come to the campus and then they realize, sir, I think my type of learning is a little bit, is getting better during the pandemic. Sorry, there's still a positive side of the pandemic. They said, I can learn better if it's actually on my own pace. Good. That means you're a more of a asynchronous type of a guy. Or in this morning, a bad sketch from Ahmad. That's an example of a student that he might be getting a bit too distracted when he's actually learning at home. So not really a good idea. So perhaps for him, a better way to do this is using or through asynchronous session, aka the VCon, or even a hybrid face-to-face, that one that we're going to explain a bit later. All right, so that's the main idea. It's not only about the pandemic, that virus thing. Oops, I should have been using this, but yeah. It's not only about this pandemic, this guy. No, it's not only about that, but Ms. Tatum in here, she's also the one who's designed the whole curriculum. So that means, yeah, exactly. She's actually trying to give you a new learning mode. Perhaps now, sir, I nggak ngebayang. It's okay, Bu. Keep it there. It's okay. On the second one. Sir, I nggak ngebayang. What do you mean, sih, sir? School is school. You'll understand. You'll see. I mean, your FL perhaps also understand this. Yeah, later on when you have your compact semester that's actually running during summer. Oh, sir, seriously? No kidding? Summer, there is a school? Yes, a summer school. But using this a newly designed curriculum, you realize you only need to do half of the face-to-face or VCon early in the semester and after almost the semester, when the semester is almost end. In the middle, you can do those kind of asynchronous. So you can do it whenever you're pleased, right? So I'm sorry about this. It's keep flickering. I don't know what happened to my slide. But the main idea in here, so what is actually new here? So perhaps I have explained to you guys about the video conference or VC. That's the video conference through Zoom. You'll be given the link. You'll just join your class. You have to go to the BINUS Maya, get your link. Yeah, and you'll be joining your lecturer like usual through Zoom. We are using Zoom in here, by the way, guys. Other than that, is there any other option, sir? Oh my God. Aneh. I don't know what happened here. I'm sorry, guys. It didn't happen when we check it, but it's all right. The limited on-site is the one that I have just explained. Later on, I have a full slide on it, and we can discuss about the limited on-site. I think a lot of questions going to be on my side on that part. Right. So that's the video conference or VC mode. Other than that, sir, we have what we call as an online learning or OL. This one is that asynchronous type that I have mentioned before. What is the mode, sir? Bentuknya kayak apa aja deh, biar nggak pusing. It's called as a video-based learning or VBL, as well as combined with a forum. What does it mean, sir? We'll be uploading, all of your lecturer will be uploading a video for you to learn. Okay, you just open those video, or you can also download their slide, whatever float your boat. I mean, for me, I think video is a little bit better if you ask me, but you can download their material, you can watch the video, you can download their slide, you learn by yourself, and then you check the discussion forum. The lecturer will be posting something there for you to answer, or some project, some task. I know, sir, I'm GDNM, I'm a fashion, I'm BIS, I'm a CS student. There is no way there will be just a question. No, it's going to be a project, you bet. But other than that, also for my student in IBBMM, we don't just put a question like, answer the following essay. That's not how we roll. Seriously though. It's usually like, try to build or try to explain what is a bullwhip effect for economic student. Or for GDMM, just an example, typography 101, let's say, put some comments, put some, I don't know, review on sans serif type of a font or Helvetica, yay, those kind of a thing. This online learning or the OL session, Bu Tatum already designed it. So it's still happening in your class, but not all week. Obviously, it's going to be happen on week 3, 6, and 9 ya, Bu ya? Yeah, so it will be there. That means, sir, enak dong 3, 6, 9. That means I can do whatever I want. So you don't have a class. You won't be having this video conference or limited onsite on that week, yeah? But what did it respond to my movement? It's very weird. No, seriously, this is like the first time it ever happened. I don't know. Let me check about it later on. But the main idea, the 3, 6, and 9, that means you have a whole week to open up the material, either a video, either it's a material, whatever, and then you can create a little bit of a report during that whole week. Usually we open on everyone. The lecturer will open it on every Wednesday and will be closed on the next Tuesday. So you have a whole week. Yeah, later on for the details, obviously. God. Why? All right, it's all right. It's very weird. It's very weird. And the last one is a VCA. What does it mean? It's a mix. It's a mix between this video conference and an online learning. Sir, what do we mean that? Because you have a courses with a big SU, such as 6 or 8 SU, especially for you guys in FX. I'm not trying to scare you, but well, that's how the curriculum is being designed. But no worries, that means we're going to have a video conversation for those part, but that video conference, it will be very casual, informal. You just need to come there. We're still taking absence, yeah, but it's very casual or informal. But what you're actually doing in that VCA is you come to the class, you do some tasks with the lecturer, perhaps just spend like half an hour, and then you're good for the rest of the week. Well, hopefully it helped you with those kind of, how do I say it? Zoom fatigue, and obvious, not only you guys, we lecturers, especially the administrator of BINUS, we're having a lot of Zoom fatigue, right? So just to recap a little bit about the VC. Okay, thank you, Bu. Yeah, the VC, the video conferencer, I have a problem. I have a comorbid. I don't get, okay, later on I'm going to explain about this. Yeah, but I don't get my parent permission. I'm still afraid. Honestly speaking, not all of us feel quite okay coming to the campus. It's just because me and Ms. Tatum, we are quite close. We know a little bit of the health history. So yeah, no worry. But we're not recommending doing this, but yeah. But then again, a video conference, it can still be super fun. This is an example from Miss Anna and also one of my class. I think we've done it before. So what does it mean? So it means, for example, this whole group, unfortunately, they cannot come to the campus. And what they did, they have to do a report about managing cross-culture, ya, Bu, di sini, ya, cross-culture management, right? So they actually dress up. They're not trying to be racist or anything, but it's like, pas aja gitu ya. For example, oh my God, these guys. Emang si James is from Australia. This is a real deal, by the way. It's a multi-students international type of a class. But they try to do this kind of a thing. It's very interesting. This is James Chu. So VCon can also be a good thing, but as I have mentioned, you have to be super niat. Don't be Ahmad. Seriously, don't. I have seen a lot of Ahmad is bad, indeed. Ahmad is bad.
Ahmad makes lecturer die young.
Yeah, I wish I can kill you young, but yeah, whatever. So young is like 10 years ago. No, sorry. All right. So the first thing that you need to do, you have to be niat when you have to do that video conference. Think about it. This is a real class. Instead of going to campus, you obviously, yes, you're at home, but you have to actually dress properly. You try to open up your camera. Yeah, you speak up to your lecturer. This is just like a real class. A lot of my students, instead of doing that, they got easily distracted when they're doing that, and they lay on the bed, they turn off the camera like Ahmad did, they play some games. I don't know that previously I actually played that Konosuba new games. I got some 4-star, so that's a good thing. Okay, but don't do that. This is a real class with a real time. So you really have to be quite near for the video conference. So sir, I'm more of an on-site. I want to have a face-to-face directly. I want to meet who's Miss Tatum. I want to see you directly, whatever. Well, we have an option called as limited on-site. Now, this is real, by the way. Yeah. So what do you mean by limited on-site? That means the room capacity is everything. We have a very strict health protocols, and before you even go to the campus, you have to actually register in BINUS Maya by providing your parents' permit. That's the most important one, honestly speaking. Sorry, I cannot help if your parents didn't give you permission. I think that's for a better good, honestly speaking. Yeah, they must be worried about something. But later, hopefully, until the the condition is getting better for Jakarta, when they try to reduce the PPKM from level 3 to 2 or 1, yeah, perhaps their view can be changed. We'll see about it. But I can guarantee you, in BINUS Senayan and BINUS in general, we are having a very strict health protocol. Sir, kenapa bisa ketemu Miss Satu? No, we have been checked for that. No worries about that. For today's event, Bu, sorry, balik lagi. Yeah. Other than that, you have to provide us with your vaccination certificate. I don't want to talk about that very cringy type of a jokes. Yeah, when you remember that just yesterday, there is a WA about, I want to lend you money and give some certificate. They gave a vaccine certificate. Well, duh. Right, but you need this actually vaccination certificate for a minimum of first vaccination. Doesn't have to be in BINUS. It can be anywhere, but BINUS also provide you with this. Yeah, I will let my SS to inform you guys if you need a vaccination here in BINUS. All of you, all BINUSian. And the third one is a health declaration. This is where we check whether you have a comorbid disease or whatever. Yeah, sometimes this one is mandatory, but there will be later, sir, nanti nggak aman dong datang and everything. There will be a mandatory daily health declaration. The way we do it, Ahmad, when he came here, it's not quite an easy task. First of all, he have to open his smartphone at home. He have to check for a mandatory daily health declaration to check your condition, check your schedule. When you come here, there will be a team who's screening you. Yeah, please do not be mad when the Protecom or the teams available. Protecom means the Satpam. Yeah, the Satpam in Senayan, for example, they ask you to check. Show me. It's just like when you go to the mall nowadays. Peduli Lindungi. You show your phone. There will be some informations there whether you are a green or red. For example, if you're green, you're good to go because that means that's your schedule. But if you're red, I'm sorry. Yeah, that means you don't have a schedule or you have a problem or whatever. Okay, so that's part of the class sequence. Yeah, so I will say that it's quite secure. Yeah, we must say. So have you done this before, sir? Well, we have done with that, what do you call it, outside of a BINUS class. Yeah, we cannot say the brand, right? Yeah, but we actually doing that kind of a strict protocols. Yeah, sir. Why the detail is so short? Because later the sequence and everything will be provided to you guys. It will be from our service, student service, SS. It's not only for 2025. Oh, anak baru, sir. My FL, all of her. Yeah, obviously I know Mabel, I know Nicole and everyone. Sir, curang, sir, 2025 only. No, it's for 2025, 2024, and 2023 selected classes. But why is it called as limited onsite? That means we cannot use the whole room capacity. As you can see it here, this is, hopefully you can see this here. Oh, dude, it just go as far as that. How should I want to show them that, but it's all right. Do you have a mirror?
No.
Oh my God. Usually ladies bring a mirror, no? Okay, right, lah, whatever. But if you can see.
You can put it in chat.
Oh yeah, you can, please put it on the chat book. Can you take a picture? So what the limited seats on site means, that means you have to register and only half of the class can join. Not really half lah. Our capacity for our regular classroom, both in GWC and FX, is 20%. Yeah, 20 to 16, depend on the class formation on room, right? So what should you do? Perhaps you already mentioned about this from our SS to your email, to your BINUS email, to your WA group and whatever. So please register as soon as possible. Right, so you can open your BINUS Maya and do the whole registration, and these sequence are available. Later on, this material is going to be uploaded as well, so you can double check it there. Yeah, you can. This is for the BINUSian 2025, by the way. So for my FL, you can contact SS. That we have another slide for BINUSian 2024 and 2023. But the main idea is for the new one. So you can, for the new students, I mean, you can just do this registration and. Like I have mentioned, the three main things that you need to fill, just the parents' permit, upload them. And then you have to upload also your, how do you say, your vaccine certificate, yeah, as well as please do a health declaration. Why? If you have comorbid and everything. Sir, is this mandatory? I have mentioned, no, this is by registration. Okay, so don't wear up, register as soon as possible, especially for you who think that you're more good on synchronous type of learning. You enjoy more of a direct interaction with your lecturer. You have to be here to be concentrate and whatever to be more to feel more good in concentration and everything. So please register and check your BINUS Maya and register now. Segeralah, Senin harga naik. Not just kidding. Okay, so yeah, but then again, it's a first come first serve. So I have to remind you that. Right. So and the last that one is Beacon. And just to recap, this is a VCA. I'm not trying to scare you, but some of the courses have a 6 to 8 SU, big SU. What does it really mean? So daily Vicon, daily homework? No, Ms. Tatum already designed it. So you only need to join a VCA. What is a VCA, sir? I have mentioned. It's conducted through Zoom, but what you do there is actually a workshop. So not really a class, but a workshop for you with your lecturer or TA in some cases. You do together that next week assignment. How cool is that? It's good, right? So you can join the class, do it with your friend, or I don't know if you're forever alone type of a guy, not just kidding. But if it's actually an individual type of assignment, you just do it yourself. But it's live. It's good. So it's guided type of learning. Thank you, Bu Tatum, for designing this one. Honestly speaking, it's good. Next, Bu. And last one, just the OL session. This is what we call as you have to double check regarding your BINUS Maya. We're not trying to scare you, not because we want to try to send you an email, we want to ask you for money. No, but actually your material, your everything is there in the BINUS Maya. The material, the video, as well as your forum and everything, it will be on that BINUS Maya forum, right? So please double check your BINUS Maya, check on your weekly schedule whether the one is identified as an OL. Usually it's a week 3, 6, and 9. So if you're actually being having ini belum diganti ya, 3, 6, and 9, that means you have a good, most likely you'll be having an OL session on those weeks. Okay, so I think that's all from me. I don't really have much. Later on, it's okay. No, this is just a recap of the previous one, but I think this one is 3, 6, 9, right? Oh, 4, 6, 8. Oh, yeah. Okay, the VCA. Okay, 4, 6, and 8. So I think this is the recap. Nothing much to be said again from my side. Yeah, later on, the whole detail about the procedure and protocol when you want to go joining face-to-face or limited on-site, yeah, it will be informed later on. Yeah, it will be provided. Yeah, we don't want to scare you from it as much of information. I think it's time for 10:10. Yeah, okay. I still have time till 10:20, but it's okay. I think it's Pak Yogi's time because after this we're going to have a lot of Q&A. I bet the students going to ask me a lot. Boleh. Bu Irma, can I do that? Can I just do that? I know, I just bring it this. Can I have a Q&A for my session first, Bu Irma? Or Ms. Tatum session?
Yeah.
Or better, Pak Yogis first?
MC? Yeah.
Which one is more comfortable for everyone?
Yeah, I think if it's too much information at the same time, then it's not good for everybody. So if you have questions, I guess, but we have 10 minutes for you.
Yeah, we still have 10 minutes on our sessions. 7.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sorry, MC. It's possible. If there are any questions, respond or whatever that we want to ask.
But don't ask Ahmad's phone number.
Oh, Ahmad's cool guy though. No, seriously, you should. No, I'm going to give you his Discord because he's always been playing on the Discord. So yeah. Just join his Discord.
Ahmad is not available.
So wait, boleh pegang sebentar nggak? Nggak, aku mau ngecek ini, mau ngecek yang raise.
Okay, guys, if you guys have any questions for Mr. Ahmad and Ms. Tatum, please put them in the chat box below.
Always aging. My name is not Ahmad. It was just a character, guys. No, don't call me Ahmad. Seriously though.
Ahmad.
My God.
Don't avoid your face.
Please raise your hand and we'll put you on the spot. His name is Mr. Seichi, guys.
God.
Mr. Ahmad.
Rehan lucu banget tuh catnya.
That's a real cat, right?
That's a real cat. That's a real cat.
Question before we ask you question.
No, nakut-nakutin mereka.
Yeah, we love to ask questions.
Seriously, no question. Usually on operation ini.
Kalau enggak kita balik ke Padlet gimana?
See Gerald having so many raised hand. So he's also raising his hand. Yes, Gerald.
Okay.
Please.
Thank you.
Well, hello. First of all, my name is Gerald. I
Hi.
want to ask a question regarding the vaccine certificate.
Hmm.
Can we just apply using our vaccine card instead of certificate? Like, yeah.
What do you mean?
Uh, like we printed like some of us at least printed a card for the vaccine, like the proof of our vaccine. Can we just take a photo of it and like apply in the
Yes.
Maya?
Yes, that's how you do it. Actually, yeah, that certificate of vaccine is a different type of a certificate of vaccine. Sometimes they send you a digital copy. Sometimes they just gave you a printed version. I don't know where you got vaccinated, right? So sometimes it's different. So whatever document, you can just upload it and later it's going to be evaluated by my team. No worries about that. But it's how you do it. It's totally right.
Okay.
So yes, yeah, that is a certificate that we need. It's almost like when you do that Peduli Lindungi apps. If you going to the mall lately, mall. All right. So anyone else? Thank you so much, Gerald. Very good question. BIS, Gerald. Anyone else? Anyone ya? FL juga boleh aja kalau mau.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Well, if not that, then we will give some questions.
You keep doing that. You're losing a student. Oh, okay. Try to contact the person who wants to if you have a vaccine with it. Yes, exactly. It's very good to answer also. It happened to my friends. They got vaccinated on the same place with me, but they don't actually be getting their, it's not even digital, but they don't get the certificate vaccine.
Antigen swab test result. When should we upload it?
Yes, I have.
Ini loh, antigen swab test result. When should we upload it?
That on during the first registration, but if you already get vaccinated, so it's not needed anymore. So yeah.
Pertama datang harus pakai.
Pertama kali health declaration. That's it. Pertama kali datang.
Okay.
Maura got a question. She's on Spotlight.
Okay.
Okay, Maura, please.
Hi, yeah, I wanted to ask. So, for example, if everyone in my major signed up for on-site classes, so will it be like shift? So I'll take this week and then the next week someone else.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Maura. Regarding that, it's the first one, first come, first serve in regards of the registration. Tuh Rehan sekarang Maura makhluk lain lagi di belakang. Alright, so it means, for example, if me, okay, let me just use my real name. Damn it. So Seichi, Iva, and Maura. We are the 3 students in our class. Suddenly, let's say as an example, FD, siapa sih anak FD yang anak FYP kemarin? Okay lah, let's say I'm just taking the one who I know. Nico. Okay, so
can you face the camera, say?
Oh yeah, sorry about that. Thank you, Miss Irma. Enggak, soalnya matanya mata tua semua, Joy kecil. Alright, so jadi gue pengen balik ke channel gue. Right, so regarding that means the whole that 3 person ya, Nico, satu message will be the whole, sorry for Nico jadinya Maura, Seichi, and Tatu, Oliva will be the only 3 person who already filled that face-to-face. When Nicole wants to join, unfortunately, Nicole, she cannot, because just an example, if the class capacity is 3 person. So that means it's already like 3 person, something like that.
Yeah, but our capacity is not 3, our capacity is 20.
Example. That doesn't mean that, for example, so next week, I gantian teman, nggak boleh. I'm sorry. Because we try to make it limited on site and we're also doing a tracing. That's the problem. Sorry about that.
And I think the safest for you, if you have any interest to come on site, register first. So you are on the list that is allowed to come to campus. But after that, if you have some resort,
or
then
you don't get your parents' permit, or
then you can decide that, okay, although I'm eligible, I'm registered,
I don't want to come to the campus.
I don't want to come to campus.
Just inform the SST, and we're going to change it in our system, in our VCS. No worry, we do it manually. As for Maura, yeah, thank you, Maura. Tadi apa? 20 September in it. Yes, everything right now. It should be on the 27th.
Yeah, 20th.
It's also for the 20. 20.
Oh, 20. Okay.
There's another question from Belle. She asked, hello, I would like to ask, you mentioned that the security on campus may ask for your Peduli Lindungi with your certificate on it. to allow you in, but my vaccine certificate is from overseas, and there's currently no way to upload an international vaccine certificate to Peduli Lindungi. If asked, could I just show your security a hard copy of my certificate instead?
Right. So we're not using a Peduli Lindungi. We're using our own system in BINUS Maya. So that means you register to BINUS Maya, you upload everything on BINUS Maya, and the vaccine is not directly linked to the why I'm using my Japanese. So you can, let me just use this one. So you just upload it to BINUS Maya. Is the one is going to evaluate it is actually our internal team. So that's why go to BINUS Maya and just upload your international vaccine. We are going to check it about the eligibility. It's not linked to Peduli Lindungi, so no worry about it. So you cannot go to the mall, but hopefully you can come to BINUS. But I think it might be problematic if you are an FX student, because when you come to FX, I think they are going to ask you for that Peduli Lindungi. I'm sorry. This is a reality here. For example, in GWC campus, this is our own building. We own this building. Obviously, it's under our regulations, rules and regulations. But one of our campus is inside a mall, a shopping mall, which is FX Sudirman. That means when you come to that FX, yes, exactly, to the campus, to that mall, most likely they will ask you for a Peduli Lindungi first, then you use it. The second one in BINUS. The BINUS one is going to be accepted, but the FX one might be. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah.
Yes, Lovando, tadi mau nanya apa?
No, if I may add to that, I've been to FX campus recently, and the Peduli Lindungi is used for check-in only, and they don't want to check your vaccine certificate as long as you can check in.
No, I think the case is she cannot upload her international vaccine to Peduli Lindungi, right?
That's fine. So just bring your hard copy with you. Use the Peduli Lindungi to check in. Use the check-in facility in Peduli Lindungi. That's for contact tracing.
So, is it possible for you to do that?
I think so.
Yeah. I don't know who's asking that previously, Nicole. Can you help us? Who's asking that? I want to.
It was Belle from
Belle.
Yeah.
Oh, IB.
Fine.
Fine. Let's go to JWC.
Just go to JWC campus, show me, no problem.
And then there's a question here. Hi, do we have to submit both vaccine certificate if we bought 2 shots, or just one is enough?
One will be enough, but later you have to update if possible. So first vaccine is acceptable.
If you already got 2, upload both.
Yeah.
Because we need to track who got 1 and who got 2.
Exactly. So it's also part of our considerations.
Okay, we have one question from Atira IB. So are we going to submit the swab antigen result after the announcement on 20th of September?
Swab antigen.
Yeah. If I'm mistaken, using Bu Irma, can you reconfirm? Itu dari Bu Tri udah masih diminta swab antigen nggak ya? To my understanding, we just need
No, not anymore. Only
not
the
anymore,
vaccine certificate. Yes, that's correct.
Right. Thank you so much. If I'm mistaken, but I think when for example, when you first time have to come and everything, we never know. So we have to go under the government regulation. If they require that, we have to go. But so far in BINUS, we don't need that. As long as you have registered and you show your vaccine result, and most importantly, you do get a parent's permit. That's the most important, honestly speaking. Yeah, a lot of our students, they have uploaded the vaccine. I'm sorry. I have to be as blunt as possible, as open as possible. A lot of our students, they have uploaded their vaccine. They have declaration, but still waiting for the parent permission. And unfortunately, we cannot accept the one without parent permission. I'm sorry. That's the reality. Yeah, so we are still in Indonesia under government rule. You're still considered as kiddos. Not just kidding, but at least they require you a parent's permission for that. Any other questions before we go to Pak Yogi's session? Perhaps later on we can do another Q&A ya. Ini Pak Yogisnya udah kasihan nungguin ya. I think MC Nicole, Jason, I'm just going to give it back to you guys. Yeah, so you can invite Pak Yogis after this. Yeah, later on we can have an additional Q&A if possible. Thank you so much, guys.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Tatum and Mr. Seichi. Yeah, so in summary, there's a lot of ground we covered there. The differences between learning system, between high school and uni. You have to be active, independent, and have some curiosity, to survive uni. You also need strategy to go over there. And we covered reasons why students fail. That includes unprepared for college studies, financial issues, doesn't align with your passion. And they also covered some tips. So to overcome these types of problems, like contacting your counseling unit and find help as soon as possible if you're falling behind. And also, they also covered the difference between synchronous type of study, online study, and asynchronous, and which is online assignments. Yeah, and there's a hybrid learning system due to COVID-19. All right, thank you so much. Next up, wait, am I lagging? Can everyone hear me? I can't see anything.
Yes.
Yeah, all
Okay.
good.
Hear you.
Okay. All right, next up, we got briefing from Library and Knowledge Center by Mr. Yogiswara Jamfika Essos. Mr. Yogiswara, take the lead.
Okay, can you hear my voice clearly?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Jason. Okay, I will share my screen first. Okay. Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm going to tell you about Library and Knowledge Center in BINUS University International. My name is Yogi Swarajatmika. I am section head of Library and Knowledge Center in BINUS University International. And you can call me Yogi. Usually they can call me Pa or Mas or whatever, but don't call me Om, okay? It sounds a little bit inappropriate. Yogi Swara Javnika. Yogi Swara is from Sanskerta language, and Javnika is Java Minangkabau. So if you bump into someone named Javnika in the future, it means they are my relative, because Javnika is only the name in my family. Okay. So first, I want to ask you a question. When you're at school, where did you guys find resources to help you for your school work or for your homework? From Google or library? Just type in the chat. I want to know. Both Google, both online library, Google Scholar, good. Both Google. Bing, Brainly, yes, Brainly, Google, both occasionally. Google. Okay, Google Scholar. As I thought, because most of us right now is more comfortable using Google because it can be used anytime, anywhere, everywhere. And then that's one of our struggle to help you guys to provide the resources that reliable for your study, because most of the students still use Google to help their homework or their works. Okay. The source, yeah. The source, if you can use it. If you not can use it, well, online library, okay. That's fine. Now I wanted to show you and tell you about the Library and Knowledge Center in BINUS University and how it works here. BINUS Library around Jakarta, there are 6 campus and with 6 libraries on it. And then we are in JWC campus and FX campus, some of you from FX campus. And but there are also from library in Anggrek, Alam Sutra, Kijang, and Bekasi. So actually you can borrow books or resources from all these libraries. We call it interlibrary loans. It means if even though you are a JWC student or you are a FX student, you still can borrow books from Anggrek, Alam Sutra, Kijang, Bekasi. For example, if your house is near to Bekasi campus, you can visit Bekasi campus and borrow a book from there because some of the students not living in Jakarta, some of them maybe live near Alam Sutra campus. You can borrow books from Alam Sutra campus. We call it interlibrary loans. Oh yeah, if you have any question during my presentation, just ask, okay. Emerald Insight, I just read from Priska Mahariani here. She used Emerald Insight for her study. That's great. Okay, since we are in JWC and JWC campus, for this service hour actually for the regular service hour. It means if we open regularly, just like before the pandemic, this is the service hour. We open from 7 to 9, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. As you can see here that we Anggrek only until 7:30 p.m. and Kijang only until 5 p.m. on Sutra only until 7 p.m. and then JWC until 9 p.m. It means that you can stay in our library until 9 p.m. in the evening. But during new normal, like now, all BINUS library open from 8 p.m. until 5 p.m. only. Mostly our resources can be accessed from library.binus.ac.id. This is our website. You can log into our website here using your name and the password same as BINUS Maya passwords. So once you log in, you can download or access all the resources that are available in our database. You can also access our website through the BINUS Maya. Here, if you log into BINUS Maya, there is a link to library. And if you click, you will direct it to the library website. So you don't need to re-log in if you access through BINUS Maya. So, but it can be used. So if you want to access directly to library.binus.ac.id, it's okay. If you want to access from BINUS Maya, it's fine. Okay, we have many resources, but usually students use books for their study. There are several types of books that you can borrow home. Mostly students can only borrow two types of book, text and tandon. Nah, during the new normal, you can borrow books for 2 weeks and you can renew your borrowing for another two weeks. But if we already have the regular back to normal, usually only 1 week, and you can borrow for three titles. For the tandem books, it means that list of books you can only borrow 2 titles at a time and for 3 hours. But again, during new normal, you can borrow tandem books also for 2 weeks. And there is a fine if you have an overdue books or overdue borrowing. The fine show here that 2,000 rupees per day, but from day 21 onward, it will be 4,000 rupees a day. So make sure you renew your borrowing before the due date. Now, our library website is also online public access catalog. You can access it online. So for the we can only borrow 1 book. Yes. For online for intra-library, we can only borrow 1 book. So if you want to borrow a book from Bekasi or Anggrek, you can only borrow 1 book. So now, actually we have, aside from books, we have many resources like case studies, multimedia, thesis, the article, research, etc. And it's all can be accessed from our library website. I suggest you to use advanced search to search for the books collection in our library website. You can choose the type of collection you want to search, and then after that you type down the title. You can also type down the author, or you can choose based on the ISBN. That's fine also. This is the search result if you use the advanced search for looking for the books. You can see the title of the books, the author, the edition, and then the location of the book, and then how many we have and how many still available. And you can also check the table of content. This one is called call number. So once you come to the library, I think when you are at the school, when you visit your libraries, they have this kind of call number too. Maybe a little bit different in school, but basically it's for you to help search the book easier in the library. Once you log into our website, this is the first page that you can see. You can see the information about your obligation, about your borrowing. For example, this is I borrow branding book, and then can show you the borrow date, the due date, and then if you click the detail here, there is a one button appear. It's renew button. This means when you are in the due date, for example here September 21. On September 21, if I want to renew my borrowing, I can just click the renew. But the renew can only be used if no one booked the book. It means that if other user already booked the book, you cannot renew. So the renew only can be used one time, okay? Aside from the printed book, we also have the ebooks that you can access also from our library website. You can type down the title here, and then you can choose the type of the collection ebooks, and then the search result will be like this. And then you just click one of the title, and then the description will appear, and you can just click the view ebook to see the full text. And then it will shown like this. You can access the book in the PDF full text or EPUB full text. You can also download, but it's limited. It's depend on the book, but usually only like 10 or to 20 pages at a time. So you cannot download the whole book at a time. You cannot do it due to the copyright. Like this. So if you want to download the chapter, for example, from page 1 until page 20, you can do it. Actually, it depends on the titles of the books, on how many you can download, but usually 10 until 20. For notes, every book in the BINUS library has a different policy regarding the number of users. So there are some books that only can be used for one user, but there is also some books that can be used for 3 users, or there are some books that can be used for unlimited users. You can know it by when you access the book. If you want to know the list of the book that we have, you can click the banner on library website, or you can just go to this link, https://id/books How many? Okay, I cannot answer that. So this one is the list of the book of as of August. When you go to the https://ebook LKC-BINUS, you can see the list of ebook that we have as of August 2021. There are several subjects of books that you can find there. Aside from books, we also have online journals, and it can be accessed from our website too. And you can access from a new My Library, and then you click My e-collections, and then it will appear like this. You can see the username and the password, and then aside from, as you know, aside from the journal, we also subscribe some newspaper and magazine. For example, here the Jakarta Post, you can access it through our library website. Just click the link, and then just when you ask to log in, the scope paste the username and password. This is some online access of periodical or journal that we have. Harvard Business Review, Communication Art, The Economist, EBSCO, etc. So earlier I see that someone used Emerald to help her study, and we also subscribe Emerald. Okay, during the pandemic, we provide also the online services. If you have any question like, how can I borrow the books if I cannot go to the campus, or I'm not allowed to go to campus? Yeah, you still can borrow the book. You can use our book delivery service. First, you have to fill out the form, and then we will validate your request, and then we'll send you notification through WhatsApp or email. Usually we use WhatsApp. And then once we tell you that you can borrow the book, you can just order the courier, and then the courier will deliver the book to your house. You can use like GoSend or Grab Express, or if your house is farther than 25 kilometers, you can use GNT. Aside from that, we also have reference clinics. It means that if you want to ask our librarian regarding about how to check your plagiarism, or you check your textbook, or how to use reference manager tool like Mendeley or ebook, how to access ebook, e-journal, e-thesis, you can request a meeting with us through Zoom by fill out the form here. So we will schedule a meeting with you regarding your needs. So we will guide you on how about your needs. You can just go to the link, be it .ly/reference clinic. You have to log in with your Outlook email if you want to register to this reference clinic. As I said earlier, there are some fines to those overdue books or overdue borrowing, and then the fines can be paid using GoPay, or actually you can use KREIS. You can use that also. You can just go to this link, and then you can pay your fines at your home. So you don't need to come to your library to pay your fines. So actually make sure you don't have any overdue borrowing during your study, because it will troublesome in the future. For example, during an exam or before you graduate, you have to return all the books that you borrow in the library. So make sure you don't have overdue borrowing. Okay. So far, there is any question? Is there any question? This
Yeah.
one is, yes?
Sorry, no, I was just gonna ask the freshmen if anyone got any questions, please type them in the chat box or raise your hand. We'll put you on. Sorry, continue.
Thank you, Nicole. And then if you want to ask us about some question, you can send us some email, or you can call us through phone or WhatsApp, or you can follow our social media for the latest update about library, about the announcement or other services. We usually post it in our social media, Instagram, and also Facebook. We also have Facebook. I don't know if any of you still use Facebook right now. And we also, if you want to see another service that we have, you can see it from here. Link 3 at class BINUS library is all of our service. You can see that. Also, if you want to buy some book that's not available, or you just want to buy book for yourself, for example, I don't want to borrow a book from library, I just want to buy a book for myself, you can call this man, Andre from Spectra. We collaborate with Spectra. They provide your textbook. You can call him, or you can just send him WhatsApp message. Okay. I'm sure none of you has visited the library or the campus, right? Or is there enough of you has visited the library? I mean, JWC library? No, right? Okay, we create the virtual tour for any of you hasn't visited the library. I will show you now. This is our library, quite small but cozy. It's in the fourth floor of the JWC campus. So once you get in, usually you have to fill out the ID here, and then you can just put your belonging in our lockers and other stuff here too. Okay. Yes, this is my team. We have 6 men in JWC and FX campus, and you can ask them about anything regarding the library resources, or if you have any question regarding, let's say, e-journal. There is Erika and Bagja. He already senior in JWC campus. If you want to ask about the book borrowing, you can ask Pak Fahri. And then if you want to suggest a book, book buying, or you want us to purchase some title of the book, you can suggest it to Ibu Bella. And then this is Pak Pras, is in charge in Library FX campus. Actually, you can check it by yourself, the virtual tour. The menu is here, BINUS library.binus.ac.id. You can just click the virtual tour, and then you can just click the campus that you want to visit, like that. Okay. Is there any questions before I close the session? Okay.
There's a question from Big Declan Chandra.
Yes, what is the requirement if one wants to go to the physical library? It's same as mentioned by Paisechi earlier. So actually, once you fill the form to on-site, to study on-site, you can also visit the library. So once you visit you fill the link or the form, you can just visit also the library. So the regulation or the requirement will be the same as when you visit or you have the on-site study.
Pak Yogis, if I may also help answer your questions, Pak.
Okay.
So guys, later on you'll be having two options to come to the campus. First of all is using your class schedules, right? But sir, I don't have a class schedules, but I need to meet Pak Yogis. There will be a second apps. There will be a second apps for you to book for layanan kemahasiswaan, or it's not only student service, but all services that available in BINUS Senayan. The one that we open is obviously Pak Yogis and his team, my team, student service, SASC under Pak Hari Kristopo, and SASC and SCAC. I always get those two mixed up with Pak Petrus, as well as international office from Buyaya team. So you will have option later on. Honestly speaking, for the class is already being designated, already been clear, but for this layanan is still being rework ya, because sometimes, for example, ya benar Pak Yogis bilang, for example, Pak, I don't want to join the class, but I need to meet library team, for example, and I have blah 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 comorbid or whatever. Nah itu we're still discussing about it, but later it will be disclosed, full disclosed information, ya, near the 27, 26, 27. Thank you, Pak Yogis.
Thank you, Pasay. So yeah, as mentioned by Pasay, actually we have that kind of service too, that if you want to visit another center aside from the study schedule, you can, but it's still discussed. So you will announce that what app, sorry, or you will inform before 25 student business memo well. Okay, thank you. Is there any other questions?
Anyone got any questions?
Yes, thank you, Bu Tatum Pasay. If you don't have any questions, so
if you have any other questions also for Pak Yogis, Bu Tatum, and me, we combine our power. Can we have access to Britannica too, or Pak Yogis questions?
Britannica, wow.
Mahal.
At the moment, no, we don't have. But if you have certain resources that you want from, let's say, from Britannica or for other website, you can ask us, so we can try to help to find out it for you. So doesn't mean if we we not subscribe the databases, we cannot access it. So for example, you have good resources or a good article somewhere, but you cannot access it, and we not subscribe it either. You can just send us email or WhatsApp or anything. Pak, please help me to find or to download to get this or to get these resources, something like that. So we will help you to find it out. So the beginning are like new issues, or are these classic like the Harvard Business new issues? So because we subscribe it, so you can access the Harvard Business Review for the latest edition. So yeah, it's new, and you can also access the previous edition and the latest edition. So not only the latest edition, yeah, you can also access all of the resources as long as we subscribe that. Any other questions?
Another one buat Pak Yogis, Pak. Asia Magazine are like new issues, or are these classic like Harvard Business Review?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
it's
three.
new edition. Yes, yes, I
Oops.
already.
So we have
Thank you,
updated
thank you.
Yeah,
classics.
yeah, updated classics. I love that word. But previously
Yeah,
Pak
yeah.
Yogis have a lot of ini sih, a good ini like Reader Digest gitu-gitu. Nggak tahu masih ada nggak tuh? Reader Digest, Concept Magazine. For me, I love it. But I don't know. I haven't seen any juxtapose or something similar there. But I collect them for
Yeah.
sure. Megami.
Actually, I will show you. Okay.
Okay.
During the pandemic, we only access what do you call it? The online resources. For example, if those journal or those magazine don't have the online access, so we not subscribe it or we didn't buy it anymore. For example, for koran newspaper like Kontan, because they have also the online access, so we still subscribe the Kontan and the Jakarta Post. But for those newspaper that cannot provide us the online resources, so we no longer subscribe them. So you can see new collection here, some of our new collection. Yeah, this menu, my library menu, only appear if you log in. So if you're not logged in, you cannot access the my library menu. Collections. These are some e-collection that we have. Food review, Gale, Pada Post, for newspaper, Emerald, Let's Go, and then communication arts, and direct, and Compass design issues. This one is for design student, and then we subscribe also for a fashion department or fashion program. We have fashion design, technology, and education. We also subscribe Business Indonesia, Desa Daily, Tempo, etc. Okay, what else? It will also be like on download 1 to 20 pages or never mind. So that account you can use all. Yes, you can use all that at once. For example, if you want to access, let me show you. Got a post like this, today's paper. So you can just click the link and then access it. Log in. Copy paste. This. So welcome library JWC. So you can access Jakarta Post for the latest edition, today's paper, and then you can also access the previous edition. And even you can also access another resources that Jakarta Post has. Yeah. Yes, like so that we can use all at one. Like I'm using that one and one on certificate, someone else. Yes, you can access all this database all at one. So actually, it's unlimited user, so you can access it. For example, you have three different devices. You can access it from all those devices.
All right, Pak Yogis, I think almost time ya. Bu Irma already gave the sign. Scary. Okay, so give it back to MC.
Okay. I'm sorry everyone if my voice is a little bit, I don't know, because I'm not feeling too well actually. So thank you very much for your attention, everyone. And then I want to know that, as Mr. Neil Gaiman said, that Google can bring you back 100,000 answers, but a librarian can bring you back the right one. So if you find any resources from Google or for anything else, you can ask us about if those resources is legit or no. Or because Google is like you can access everything there, but we don't know if it's true or no, or it's good for your study or not. So we definitely can help you to find out that. Okay, and then welcome, and then don't forget to enjoy your study in BINUS University. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you
Back
so much.
to Nicole. Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yogiswara, for the very interesting talk about BINUSIAN libraries. I especially like the quote at the end there, where we can go back to library when Google gives us 100,000 answers. So we talked about a lot today. We talk about the BINUSIAN website where you can borrow libraries, you can borrow physically or through online. And we talk about the search feature in the library, which is very good. So what do you think of the talk, Nicole?
Yeah, very insightful. We learned a lot, especially how to adapt to the current situation right now and how to use the sources that are provided thanks to BINUS for the super duper facilities. But yeah, thank you so much for the speakers for sharing us and giving us your time. We have reached the end of today's session. We do hope you guys are enlightened by today's session. But before we end it, can everyone please open your cameras? And Zaki, can you please take the lead?
Yep, I can do that. Give me a moment. Right, everyone, we have 13 slides and I'll be starting in, let's say 5 seconds. I'll give you 5 seconds to open your camera, so please do it before that. All right, here we go. Please stop chatting me. Thank you. Right, first slide. One, oh my God. Stop chatting, guys, please. All right, 1, 2, 3. First slide done. Second one. 1, 2, 3. Right. Number 3. Right. 3 done. Now the fourth one. Fifth slide. Halfway through. 7th slide. 8. 9. 10, 11, 12. Oh, I miscalculated. Okay, that's it.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Alonso, for that.
Okay.
Alonso's
Thank you
magic,
very
no?
much, Jockey.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
Zaki.
Jockey.
My last word, don't be Ahmad.
What the? Okay, just kidding.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Tatum, Mr. Seichi, and Mr. Yogiswara for today's presentation and very wonderful insight, as well as you guys for attending the program. And my name is Jason.
And my name is Nicole. Once again, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. And we would like to send our warmest regards to all of you, wherever you guys are now around the world. Next session, guys, don't forget, which will be this afternoon, will be the cider program. Please don't forget to come early and see you guys at 1 p.m.
Have a meeting.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
See you guys.
See you.
Thank you, everyone.
Do.
Thank you.